I'm a 16-year-old Fortnite nerd with years of experience improving at Fortnite myself and helping others improve too. And today, we're going over how I actually got better at Fortnite so you can too. Not by spending hours in creative doing ridiculous edits, but by focusing on the things that actually matter. What I'm about to show you is what actually worked for me and will definitely work for you too. Let's start with the biggest mistake I was making, trying to play flashy. I was so focused on looking good for the clips that I ignored the fundamentals. If that sounds familiar, here's what I did to fix that. First, I went back to the basics, spent 20 minutes a day on simple edit drills and aim training. Nothing crazy, just practical stuff I could use in real matches. For example, editing a wall. Then I moved to aim trainers like Kovacs. I focus on flick shots, tracking, and shotgun aim. And when you're practicing, don't rush. It's better to go slow and accurate than fast and sloppy. Pause. And if you're on console, consider using the aim trainers in the Raider 4.6 format I'll leave in the description. It helps build muscle memory, which will carry over to your actual games. Once I had my mechanics down, I focused on positioning. This was a game changer for me. Instead of rushing into every fight, I started thinking about where I was on a map and where other players might be rotating. If you're always getting third-partied, chances are you're not paying attention to positioning. If a fight looks like it's not in your favor, don't be afraid to disengage. Use mobility, box up and reset. A lot of players think running away is weak, but honestly it's just smart gameplay. Also, try to start fights in locations where you can control the area, and I'll be making a video on this soon. Meta weapons. Another thing that improved my game was fixing my loadout, and you're probably thinking that is really obvious, but it's deeper than you think. What you take isn't just about what's best anymore. What's best is different for every playstyle and role in a team. A good way to figure out what heals and guns you should take is by looking at a pro with a similar playstyle to you and copy what they're taking. I do this almost every week and it's way more important than you think for placing high in tournaments. Now let's talk about rotations. I used to play super recklessly, running straight into the next zone without checking for players. Big mistake. Instead, I started planning my rotations while boxed up. A good simple thing to know is what dead side is. Dead side rotations allow you to go through the less congested sides of the zone where fewer players are. Let me show you an example. Also, I started watching pro players like MrSavage and Clix to understand positioning better. Pay attention to things like how they rotate, where they position themselves in fights, and how they avoid unnecessary risks. Self-assessment. One of the most underrated ways I got better was by watching my own replays. I know it sounds boring, but trust me, it works. I'd check what I did wrong in fights, like peeking too much or not building, and spotting those mistakes helps me change bad habits faster and stop making those mistakes. Improve, not achieve. I stopped chasing small achievements and started focusing on improving each day. Whether it was landing my shots, building smarter, or making better decisions, I treated every tournament like a practice or a step to something bigger, and eventually it all fell into place. And the last tip I have is to make sure you watch as many Fortnite videos like this as you can, and make sure it's someone you trust to give you the right advice. If you trust me and want another video like this one, I will put one on the screen right now. It'll definitely help.